A little slice of paradise. Clarence T.C. Ching Athletics Complex in Honolulu. What a way to finish your season in paradise and perhaps with a victory in the Hawaii Bowl. It's the Notre Dame Fighting Irish and the Oregon Ducks. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Coach Marcus Freeman told me before the game, Coach is using a great motivational tactic in the locker room with his team. He told me, this is the best game outside of the playoffs in this postseason. I am challenging our guys to put on a show for our fans. They want to make sure people know we will be in the playoff next year, and that motivation all starts here today with a terrific top 25 matchup. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. So the Oregon Ducks offense will go to work first. Dante Moore, a couple of big-time signal callers on display, and we expect a lot of points to be put up in this one.
And I know Reese already talked about the quarterbacks. These are two really good football teams. I'm excited to watch them throughout the season and where they could go and where they could get to, because there's a lot of potential, a lot of talent. Obviously, the trigger men, they're the reason it goes, and they're the spotlight tonight, Palmer, for quarterbacks like you that love QB play.
No doubt about it, man. And this is what college football is all about. These are the games, especially as a quarterback, that you look forward to the most. Going up against great competition, another good quarterback on the other sideline, and coming out on top. You can't overthink it. You can't try to do too much. You have to operate within your offense and put trust in your teammates to get it done.
Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
As a play caller, you'd love to see your guys getting into a rhythm early in the game, right? Third down, you dial up the slant. It's a good route, a good throw. This offense is off to a nice start.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Under fire. He'll pull it down and run. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. From the gun on 3rd down, Dante Moore. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Ducks decide to punt it away. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. So the Notre Dame Fighting Irish offense comes out first time they've had the ball today. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he's
got some space. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Well, on that one, they decide to attack the left outside on the ground. And you see the speed by the ball carrier there, Reese, picking up a huge chunk of yards.
Now, I can't imagine any reason they wouldn't just run that play again.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Why not just go back to the well one more time?
That last play is what you call a drive starter. They're out to the 47. It's 1st down. Knocked down immediately at the line of scrimmage. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Quick completion to the right.
Nice complementary football we're seeing from this team here early. Defense did their job in the opening drive, and now your offense is doing their job too. Really nice throw that time by the quarterback. You've got to love what you're seeing on both sides of the ball if you're this team's head coach.
How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? Here's Carr to throw. Quickly complete. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the 1st down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
Makes the grab. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down. The run inside. It's Williams. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. Unloads quickly. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Motion from the wideout. Carr from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to take off. It's a fumble. Bounced right back to them. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. And he'll envision the ball flight as he lines it up from the right hash and 38 yards out. Dead center perfect. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Moore with the play fake. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And that's absolutely going to be one of the keys to this football game. Keep the rabbit in the cage, man. Don't let him get outside that pocket, start bouncing out wide. That's where he'll do a lot of his damage with all that speed. That is a big key for this defense. Great job here early in the football game.
The Ducks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davison. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Moore from the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the wideout. On target over the middle. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
And the ball is free on the pitch. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Flying down the right side. He is in. Takes the fumble to the house. Touchdown, Irish.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers, and they have jumped out to an impressive start. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again.
Number 35, set to kick off.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So 1st down here as they go back to work. Here's Moore to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Moore. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the 1st down.
Well, I know at the end of last year, a lot of people were wondering what was going to happen with Dante Moore. Was he going in the draft? People were talking about him being the 1st overall pick after that blowout loss in the playoff to Indiana. He decided to come back, and no one is happier than Dan Lanning at Oregon and the fans. And by the way, this quarterback room now, David, loaded. Of course, they got Dylan Raiola from Nebraska as well.
Yeah, and Dante Moore, to me, like, does he take that next step? And you saw flashes of Dante Moore where it's great. Like, it is elite of elite. The Iowa game a year ago, when you needed it, had to have a play, he can make it. Can he continue to be that guy consistently and not to make some of those mistakes? Because there is no denying this dude's talent. It's upper echelon level. It's first-round draft pick type stuff.
Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. The RPO, it's complete. Really nice gain. Gets it out across the 20. It'll be a first down at the 22. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Plucks it out of the air. Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. On the move, he fires. Makes the grab. It's Porter. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. The Irish, after the chunk play through the air, back to the line. Looking downfield, it's Carr. Pressure coming. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The quick out. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Running inside, it's Williams. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Throwing, Carr. Grabbed behind the line, it's Williams. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back.
False start.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This third down a little longer after that penalty. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31.
Well, watching this DB on film, I just love his ability to break on the ball, and I think he was anticipating on 3rd and long that time, the offense throwing it right around the sticks. So he was able to drive on the football and secure that interception.
Dante Moore. Got it in the middle at Stewart. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Moore, play action. Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds the tight end. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Off the play fake. Fires to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Moore to the air. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
How about the big fella? I know this is not in his job description to pick off passes, but the eye-hand coordination, able to get his big paws up there, stabs it out of Aaron. It was like he was almost surprised he had the football. Just start rumbling and stumbling once he had possession.
First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. Carr. A little screen to the running back. They'll stop him just short of the first down marker on the screen. The Irish come to the line facing second and short.
Well, when it comes to screen passes, you're just trying to mix them in different situations, and I like it here. First play of the drive on offense, and you're dropping back to pass, or letting the pass rush get upfield, seeing if you can just get one into the hands of your back, get some blockers downfield. You don't obviously pick up an explosive play, but you get some good yards on that, and you give the opposing defense now something else to think about. You've got these screens in your back pocket, and you're going to use them.
From the gun on third down, Carr. It's complete. Runs through, man. He might have some space. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
And the defensive coordinator is irate on the sideline. Third and long. It's a short throw. You've got to be able to rally, make a tackle, and force the punter onto the field. They let him get loose, break some tackles, and with the first, the offense stays on the field.
Here's Carr to throw. Complete on the left to Williams. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. So now it's second and long. To the air, it's Carr. Complete to Williams over the middle. The Fighting Irish call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Third and short from the 26. Pretty easy field goal range, but they'd love to pick up the first. Got his man. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. Notre Dame comes to the line, that last completion giving them a fresh set of downs. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. To the air again, Carr. Working that left side now. Touchdown, Fighting Irish! And they take it in for 6 more points.
This has been an outstanding job by this football team in the middle 8, right? The last 4 minutes of the first half, they score a touchdown. And here in the first 4 minutes of the second half, they score another. They've changed the scoreboard. They've changed the momentum. Their confidence right now is very, very high. But this is one of those areas situationally in the game coaches are always harping on, and they have executed perfectly.
And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17.
That makes the score Notre Dame 17, Oregon 0.
And here's the return. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. They'll go play action with Moore. Catch in the middle, it's Johnson. Good pickup, but a little bit short of the sticks. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Reese, talk about drawing a plum assignment. A first half spent in paradise, and in many ways this Hawaii Bowl has lived up to expectations. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W.
And the Ducks will kick it away to crank up the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here come the Irish, back on offense. Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up of 4. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Looking to throw, it's Carr. It's caught. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. They're dealing with a second and long. C.J. Carr firing again. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. How about that? Making a play and setting up your offense inside the 40 at the 39.
And that's the play the defense absolutely had to have. You know, going into halftime, you were down on the scoreboard. You just needed something really good to happen. And so right away, you get the interception, you create a turnover. That is huge. And it's critical now this offense is able to come on the field, take this thing down the field, score a touchdown, shorten this lead. You need complimentary football right now.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. The defense set them up with a turnover and now to try to cash it in. The short hands, it's Moore. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Really helps the play calling when you get 8 on first down. It's 2nd and 2. Pulls it and fires to the left. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and he add the answer to the test right there.
Moore. Quickly out to the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first?
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Dante Moore wants to throw again. Got a little grass. He'll be stopped at the 6-yard line, but what a job picking up yardage after the catch.
And you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. Like, they can make plays, they can run people over, they can now run around people. Like, so nice to have these tight ends.
He wants it all. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Throwing more. They'll run the screen. He stopped short of the sticks. They're still in field goal range if they choose to kick it here. And they decide to trot out the kicker. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. Splits the uprights right down the middle. It's our forced to settle for the field goal.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Number 97, set to kick this one away.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. And they are looking for a ball play that'll work. Now facing 2nd and long from the 19. Might as well stick with him. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They're in the gun, 3rd down. Here's Carr. Fires to the big fella. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Play action, C.J. Carr. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Throwing, Carr. Makes the grab. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down. Notre Dame comes to the line, that last completion, giving them a fresh set of downs. The give is to Williams. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Wide receiver comes in motion. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Going for it all. Makes the catch on the left. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
Well, I know he makes it look easy, but trust me, it's not. For him to run the post route like that and then locate the ball in the air, out-jump a defender on a 50-50 ball, and have the hand strength to reel that one in, that is impressive.
In the red area, it's Williams. And brought down, looks as if that's how we'll end the third. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Back to the ground with the running back. Makes one miss. A little slice of paradise. Clarence T.C. Ching Athletics Complex in Honolulu. What a way to finish your season in paradise and perhaps with a victory in the Hawaii Bowl. It's the Ole Miss Rebels and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer. These teams might have to brave the elements in this one. Isn't that right, Holly Rowe?
I can tell you on the field, we could not ask for better conditions this late in the season. It is a gorgeous day for college football here in this bowl game. I'm expecting both offenses to open it up and air it out. Perfect conditions. The field is in great shape. I'll keep you posted on just how things develop here on the field. Back to you guys.
Okay, Holly, I know you're out in the elements. Keep an eye on that. The Irish offense will take the field to start this game. And we get a look at C.J. Carr. And what a duel this should be. Two of the best quarterbacks in the country.
And I know Reese already talked about the quarterbacks. These are two really good football teams. Like, I'm excited to watch them throughout the season and where they could go and where they could get to, because there's a lot of potential, a lot of talent. Obviously, the triggermen, they're the reason it goes. And they're the spotlight tonight, Palmer, for quarterbacks like you that love QB play.
No doubt about it, man. And this is what college football is all about. These are the games, especially as a quarterback, that you look forward to the most. Going up against great competition, another good quarterback on the other sideline, and coming out on top. You can't overthink it. You can't try to do too much. You have to operate within your offense and put trust in your teammates to get it done.
And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? The run inside. It's Williams. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. 3rd and 6 yards to go. They'll send the back in motion. Carr from the gun on 3rd down. Throws to the wideout. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. That was not on the opening script of plays. The turnover as the defense makes a play early. So now the offense is going to have to regroup. A turnover on the first drive of the game can bruise that confidence a little bit.
No doubt about it. It's so hard as an offense to create any momentum and get any confidence early when you turn it over at this juncture in the game. You're just trying to kind of feel out this defense, and you're formatting them, and you're trying different play calls to set things up for later. But when you turn it over on the first drive, it's hard to get that momentum established.
Got a man. It's Alexander. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
And one thing I'm really interested to see is this Ole Miss offense post-Lane Kiffin, post-Charlie Weiss Jr., and they always find wide receivers. Palmer.
Maybe some room here. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. The Rebels racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum. And what do? They keep their foot on the gas right back on the...
Makes the catch, and he's free. Around and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business. Going to the run, it's Lacey. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Back to pass on 2nd down. Got the quick pass. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Pressure's there and he gets rid of it. And the missed connection on 3rd down. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. Never a doubt. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
I'll tell you, this is not an easy place to play on the road, especially at nighttime. This crowd, they get loud. That's the way it's been so far, but they have a nice drive to open it up. They're able to execute. They put themselves in field goal range, knock it through the uprights. They did exactly what they needed to do taking a 3-0 lead here early on the road. That's impressive.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. It's complete on the right side. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Carr. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Back to throw, it's Carr. Rushes on him. He gets away. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Jumped on top of the pile. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Notre Dame comes to the line needing a chunk play on 3rd down. Here's Carr to throw. He wants to take the top off. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. The Irish send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. They're working that left side. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on 1st down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lacey. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. He wants to go deep. Soft spot in the middle. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets them a first at the 29. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
He's got him. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. Now facing some adversity on this drive after the loss of 4 at 2nd and 14. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. Fires to the big fella. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. The Rebels in the hurry-up. They just keep firing. Sets up the screen. That was an important stop there as they try to hold them to a field goal on this drive. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. They are searching for any type of answer they can find, down 6-0. Just a little off. Incomplete. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Williams open on the right side. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Got it behind the line. It's Gilbert. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Again, it's Carr. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Back to pass. It's Carr. Fires on the move. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. And they can't get on top of it to down it, so that ball will come out to the 20. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Almost had the completion, just missed it. After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Running inside is Lacey. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4. So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Zings it complete to the right. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. Wants to throw it again, and why not? And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking for room. It's Lacey.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. The Fighting Irish called their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The accuracy is perfect. The loft, the aim, like the perfect golf shot.
Dude, how about that boom? I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job by that punter.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. Throwing, Carr. On the left side, grabbed by Williams. Ridden out of bounds at the 14-yard line, and that'll give them a bit more room to operate. Wants to throw. It's Carr. Bringing the heat. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. Notre Dame will now use its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Motion from the back. Carr. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Complete in the middle. He'll work his way down to the 28.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
Wants to throw on first down. Caught by Williams on the right. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. Back open in the middle. That'll be enough to give them a first and goal from the 10. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Here's Carr to throw. Caught. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. Splits the uprights. Good. The lead is down to a field goal.
I know they're trailing going into the locker room here at halftime, but kicking that field goal gives them a little bit of a jolt, a little bit of a boost of momentum that they can carry with them into the second half. And there's a lot of football left to go here. I can't wait to see what happens.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the offense has done its job. They have the lead, and they'll secure it as we head to halftime. A very conservative approach here, just taking the knee and heading to the locker room. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Reese, talk about drawing a plum assignment. A first half spent in paradise. And in many ways, this Hawaii Bowl has lived up to expectations. Back and forth we've gone so far, and these numbers, it's funny, third down conversions don't always tell the story. Maybe staying out of those situations in the second half is the safest pathway to victory. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the conclusion of the Hawaii Bowl.
Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Got the quick completion. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And the Rebels headed quickly to the line. The run inside. It's Lacey. Pulled down for the tackle. Now the defense will try to rise up on 3rd and short from the 21. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The kick is on its way. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Throwing, Carr. Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. Nice move, creates some space. And after the explosive run, giving this offense a little bolt of energy, he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
Notre Dame explosive in the passing game. Let's see what they do here. Play action, Carr. Pulls it in. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming. Picked up 5 on that last pass play, now it's 2nd and 5. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Williams. He's going to lose a yard on that one. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. And it slips just inside that right upright. And we are dead even after the field goal here in the 3rd.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
Here he comes with the return. And the returner goes down. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. Running inside, it's Lacey. Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Rebels want to move quickly.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
And it took the defense a bit to get a handle on him, a little slippery with all those juke moves. Keeps it on the option. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Makes a catch. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
We always talk about Yak, and that was 3rd and very manageable. They were just throwing the ball to the sticks, just trying to pick up a simple first. But when you've got playmakers like that can do things after the catch, any play could be an explosive one, and you saw it right there. Tremendous job getting it to him early, and he does the rest.
Caught in the backfield, it's Haas. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Rebels, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Now from inside the red zone. Finds his big tight end. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal. The Rebels go back to work after moving the chains through the air. A 1st down run in the red zone. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal. He'll do it himself. Touchdown, Rebels. That one will give them the lead.
Well, this guy's dynamic, and he can hurt you in a variety of ways in the option game, and he had a chance that time to pitch it out wide if he wanted to, but he kept it himself. He shows you the wheels, takes it in for the score.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. returner will field it and try to get some field position. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. The run inside. It's Williams. Breaks into the open. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. This offense is feeling itself right now, and momentum's coming along with them. Finds his tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf. Carr. Tight end finds a soft spot. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Carr on play action. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Notre Dame! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Yeah, and really nice job seeing the middle of the field, seeing I can go deep and attack the middle of the field. And you can tell he runs a post, ball's right on him, catches the football, and then gets to gallop right into the end zone for a touchdown.
The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the third. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cover the final 54 yards with the explosive play in the passing game for 6. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. Pulls it in. It's Alexander. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Wants to go right back downfield. Got it in the middle. It's Lacy. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. What a ride it's been so far, and I'll vote for having a classic finish as we take a look at our game stats. All right, stage is set. Let's see how it all plays out here in this postseason showdown. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. They'll move the wide receiver. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lacy. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. It would be nice to pick up a few yards on third down, because from here, it's a 57-yard attempt. From the gun, wants to pass. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Got a man, it's Cunningham. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
Well, if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
From the red zone, looking for a man. Finds his big tight end. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Handoff for Frazier. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Wants to throw on third down. Got it! Touchdown, Rebels. And with that, they move out front here in the fourth. The Rebels surge back on top.
Well, this offense needed a touchdown. No doubt that that was the guy the QB was going to be looking for on that play.
Lining up to add another. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Here's Carr to throw. He's got an open man. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Looking for a man. It's Carr. Shoots it to the left. Makes the grab. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. The Irish come to the line facing second and short. Running inside. It's Williams. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Play fake. Carr fires left. He's got it. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. The Irish punch back.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the fourth. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Rebels offense is back on the field. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. There he goes. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get him on the ground, for goodness sakes. This guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
The run inside. It's Lindsey.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
And the Rebels will hustle to the line. Give to the running back. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. They need to get a little closer for a field goal try, and they've got to do it in a hurry. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. The defense working to manage that clock. They use the timeout, 1:55 remaining. Throws to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see if the offense gets a reprieve. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Williams. And look, this guy has some serious moves, and he tried all of them and still didn't get loose.
And this is one of those plays late in the game. If it works, everybody's jacked, but if it doesn't, everybody's complaining. You run that draw play, you're down, you need a big play, and you only get a handful of yards. This offense has got to go and got to go now.
Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. From the gun on third down, Carr. Going for the big play. Snags it inside the 20. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. Now we get a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the first down. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Irish! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
Late in the game, as a coach, you're trying to find something that will work. And how about the big fella, the tight end, comes up huge. You needed a play, you found him, and he delivered.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Cook. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Oh, better look out! Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field.
And you got to bang a timeout right here. You've got 2 left. After running the football, save as many seconds as you can to give yourself an opportunity to come back and win this game.
They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. Right on the money. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. The offense takes a timeout with 30 seconds left. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Quickly to the tight end. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. The offense will use a timeout with 25 seconds left. To the air on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Escapes the pressure to his right. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. And the Rebels come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Got to find a completion on this one. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Intercepted to stop the threat. Looking for more room. Spinderella. And he is brought down after the interception, and the clock strikes 0 here in the 4th quarter.